If you're in the market for a new house, the chances of a family member or a friend telling you, hey, you should wait because now is not a good time to buy are very likely. But why have they been saying this? They are saying this because the interest rates are a little bit higher than the last few years, and it's winter in the market right now. But what does this do for you if you are looking for a house right now? This gives you a greater negotiating power, right? Okay, so research shows that the median price of a brand new house is down, but the sales prices are. So even though the median price of a brand new house is down in the last 2 months, the sales numbers are up. And the reason for this is because builders, unlike you and I and the average seller, have a lot more inventory to move. They need to get rid of a lot of their inventory so that they can move on to the next phase of their development. So they might be ready to start on a new project, or simply they need to get rid of some inventory in a subdivision that has already been built and they need to focus their attention somewhere else. So they have the luxury because they can count on more funds and they don't have the need to sell that one specific house at a certain price like you and I and the average home seller does, because they're not waiting to sell their primary residence to buy their next home. They simply need to move their inventory. What they can do, what they have been doing and what we've noticed in our market is that they have been making great promotions available for home buyers like you. So let's take a look at some of the builders here in our area. This can often look like huge price reductions, interest rates buy down, help with closing costs. Let's take a look at some of the builders in our area and see what they are offering. So first off is Jago, which I made a video a couple weeks ago about Jago, and at the time the interest rate that they were offering was 4.99, I believe. But right now when you log on to their website, you can see that right on the top here, your new home is affordable with the gift of 5.5 interest rate on a 30-year fixed loan. So that means that they are going to buy your interest rate down from a 7.8 or something like that, an 8% interest rate right now, to a 5.5% interest rate on a 30-year fix. So this is your interest rate for the life of that loan. And paired with that, I have also been able to get closing cost credit from this specific builder for my clients. So on top of buying down your interest rate to this very attractive 5.5%, they are going to offer you some assistance with your closing cost. So sometimes, most of the time, that looks like $2,000 or $2,500 that you can apply towards your closing cost. Okay, let's take a look at Kernstein Custom Builders. Let's see what incentives they've got going on here. Okay, so right off the bat, first thing you see on their website is a $5,000 buyer's credit, and they will buy down your rate to a 6.25 30-year fixed. That's also very attractive, not as attractive as this 5.5, but Jago is a bigger builder here in our region. They are building at a greater scale in Evansville, Newburgh, Boonville, Chandler, I believe Elberfeld. I think they are building in Henderson. So they are everywhere. So they have a little bit more to work with in what they can offer you. Okay, so right at the top of their website, again on Rhine Brick Homes, you can see that they've got your new home is more affordable than ever with rates as low as 3.875 with the temporary buy down. So this temporary means that you are likely going to get this rate for X amount of time. Okay, so here we go. Unbeatable promotions, choose the 3-2-1 buy down, there it is, or $5 off per square foot. Let's take a look at this 3.21 buy down though, because that sounds interesting. Okay, here we go. Get a head start on home ownership with Rhine Brick Homes temporary buy down promotion. Enjoy reduced rates over the first 3 years, starting as low as 3.875 in year 1, giving you more financial flexibility during the initial years of owning your dream home. Don't miss this limited time opportunity. So here we can see that year 1, if you qualify for this, you are going to be looking at a 3.875 interest rate. Year 2, you're going to look at a 4.857 interest rate, and year 3, a 5.875, and on the year 4, you will get what the interest rate is today, 6.875. And then you also have the opportunity to refinance. So that's not bad, because say on year 4, you do get up to 7% interest rate. If the interest rate on the market has gone down, so let's say that the interest rate at that time time, just nationwide, is a 5%, you can refinance, it looks like, on year 4. If instead of going down, the interest rate has actually gone up, and everyone that's buying a home at that time, 4 years from now, is purchasing a home with a 9% interest rate, well, either way, you're winning because you still have your 6.875, and that 6.875 is going to be for the life, because what they have done here is that they have bought down the points for the first 3 years. And something else that I am seeing is ability to negotiate price with builders right now. So recently I was able to negotiate a price reduction of $10,000 for one of my buyer clients purchasing from one of these builders. And on top of that, they still qualified for the rate buy down, and they did also get some help with their closing costs. They got like $22,000 towards their closing costs. So yes, there aren't a lot of buyers on the market right now. That is true, but you should use that to your advantage if you are in need for a house, if you need to change your living situation. Everyone that I know, any realtors in my office, what we all say is don't try to time the market, okay? Don't try to wait for when everyone else thinks that it's a good time. It's a good time to buy a house when you and your family are ready, when you guys have the need. So sometimes people, they can't wait. They're busting out the seams. They need a bigger house, or their work or just life is just taking them somewhere else, and they have to buy or sell a house at that time. And if that is the time for you, if that's where you are, don't worry, because there are some pros to buying in this market. Say if you didn't buy a house with a new builder and you just bought, I heard this term one time and I thought it was so funny, a used home, a previously owned home, right? And you purchased that with a 7.8 interest rate today. If the interest rate goes down in 2 years, while everyone and their mother is fighting over the same house, paying $20,000, $30,000 over asking price at that time, you can simply just refinance, and you don't have to be fighting for a house like everybody else on the market at that time. You see what I mean? So don't stress out. Don't listen to what, people are saying. Good intention, they're trying to advise you, but if it is the time for you to move, then it's time for you to move, and let's find good options for you. Now, one more thing before we go, I want to show you guys. I went to realtor.com and I typed in Indiana. I set the max price at $400,000 and I searched for new construction only. Okay, so Indiana homes for sale, new construction, 2,779 homes currently on the market. So we can see here why these builders have a little bit of urgency and are a little motivated to offer us such great incentives right now, because they have inventory that they need to move. So let's take a look at the Evansville market real quick. Okay, here we go. Now, some of these houses are built by smaller, still well-known builders in our market, but not as big as your Jaycos and some of the ones we discussed today. So here we see 4-bed, 2-bath, 1,865 square feet, $345,000 for this newly built home. Looks gorgeous inside. If you are looking to purchase a new home and you want to explore the new construction route, let me know, because we, aside from the builders that we discussed today, we know this market, we know what builders are offering, and we can help you find the right offer for you. So here is our number and here is our email address. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you again next time.